fashion-forward people, Converse. The brand idea is all about showing off your creativity. So what did they do? They had an online community design cool shoes and then picture them and blog them and display them on their blog and have them reblogged and retweeted. And third, of course, listen and follow their conversation. Be responsive to what's working and not what's working, and be a practitioner of brand journalism. So the message is changing. But I want to spend a little bit more time on consumer advocacy, and how you touch the hearts of the tens of millions, the hundreds of millions of people that are online. I think it's fair to say that in Asia, particularly in North Asia, but not only, a Confucian society like Vietnam, the internet is fundamental. If you don't mind my backing up a little bit, when we talk about Asian psychology or Chinese psychology or Vietnamese psychology, oftentimes there is a tension in the heart. You know, advertising people often talk about consumer insight. 中文是消费者洞察. What is an insight? An insight is a fundamental motivation for behavior and preference. And the best insights spring from tension in the heart. Because if a brand can resolve a tension, the role of the brand will become greater. So what is that Asian tension? Asian culture is not individualistic. It's not like America. It's not like France. The relationship between individual and society is different. It is hierarchical, it is regimented, and it is, of course, rule-bound. But it is also very ambitious. In China, Pepsi's tagline, when we were translating "ask for more," became 渴望无限, aspire to infinity. In the heart of every Asian, there is a tension between, on one hand, regimentation, and on the other hand, ambition. There is repression. And what the internet is a blank, great white canvas of self-expression and release. The relationship, the emotional relationship between the individual and the internet is deep. People are more than internet users. They are citizens of the internet. They are netizens. They can express themselves and release themselves like they cannot in the real world. So as a result, people have a much more emotional relationship with the internet than they do in all things digital in the West. It is a place where narcissism is more sublime and beautiful than Buddhism, because online is a site of release and liberation in a way that simply cannot happen in the offline world. So the role of the internet, quite simply, is power to the people, encouraging people to stand up and express who they are. So what are people looking for in this context? Well, there's a long list, but basically we can divide them into three. Things that help me, things that make me a part of we, and something that connects me to the world. So very briefly, me, helping me express myself, entertain myself, and enrich myself. So tactic number one, offer fun utility. And again, every one of these examples I'll show you is consistent with a long-term brand idea. Axe, deodorant, Unilever. It's about irresistible attraction. So an ordinary guy, by putting on Axe, can attract, I don't know, Cindy Crawford is my generation, the Kardashian sisters. Take a look at what they did in Japan. Excuse me. Would you please wait in the future for me to say? This is the Axe Sexy Wake Up Call. Fun utility. From Japan, of course. consistent with the brand idea of irresistible attraction.
はい、アックスメイクアップサービス、私担当の美穂です。ご希望の時間はこちらで。はい。では失礼します。おはようございます。アックスメイクアップサービスの美穂です。
Result, I'm not going to get into the results, but it was fantastically successful in terms of participation. Tactic number 2, provide a platform to shine. Let somebody project their specialness into society. Now here's a Chinese example that I thought was very simple and very brilliant. One of the largest local fashion brands is called Fangke. And then their brand idea is very simple. 我是 Fangke. I am Fangke. It is a platform for me to say, I am different from you. I am an individual. So what did they do? Chinese people love 2 things. And if you can put them together, everybody's very happy. 1 is to express yourself, and then 2 is to earn a little bit of money. And what this enabled the Chinese to do is to do exactly that at the same time. Step one is Fangke enabled people to open their own online store just by simply registering online. And then you were able to upload your photos, and wearing Fangke clothes, you could tag those products. Inside the campaign was a software that enabled you to create your own ad with you wearing Fangke clothing. And then finally, if somebody clicked on your store wearing clothing in your e-commerce site, you could share the commission in any purchase that somebody made. So again, on one hand, 一举两得, you are expressing your cool, but also earning a little bit of money. What can we do to make the group more cohesive? First is connect people to their passion. Nike is all about just do it individualism. But in China, people do not tend to participate in sports to the same extent that they do in the West. So encouraging people to express themselves through sports is something that has to be done very aggressively. So what Nike had is a Come Out at Night campaign, where they're encouraging people to be different than everybody else by practicing sports at night. And please wait until I ask to play the film. I am speaking now to the gods of IT with that light shining above their head. So, first there was an online announcement to kick it off. Here's the online announcement. Please wait. No, now you can play. Play again. And play again. That's enough. Let's go to the next slide. So there was leveraging celebrities to call for action. So here's Kevin Durant.
Tell your mom and your pop you're hanging with Katie tonight. They'll approve. True lie, true lie.
There was competition against key opinion leaders. Encouraging people to beat her score. It was spread online through a combination of the power of celebrities and the brand, and people's scores and their coming out at night progress was broadcast for all to see. It was also spread offline, so we crossed the online-offline divide with multiple night activities held in different cities. And the reward, of course, was to practice with a hero. So there was an event where you could actually practice with Kobe Bryant.
Well, I think being up at 4 a.m. adds to the mental toughness. You know, you start thinking, maybe this morning I don't have to, I just roll over, go to sleep, I can shut the alarm off. And that's really challenging you mentally to really have to get up and get out there and perform. So that's why I do it. I want you guys to understand, I want you guys to realize how hard it is to be precise, because when your mind is thinking about doing something right, you lose focus on being precise. Ready? Go! Uh-oh. Let me tell you guys, that was awful. Slow down, take sharp angles. All my moves are sharp. Boom, boom, boom. Go! Go! Focus on no misses. You know, those turnovers at the end of the game will cost you a championship. You guys got to think. You have to know why. Once you know why they happen, then you can control them to make them happen again, or not make them.
So the campaign roadmap starts with an announcement, moves into a call to action. There is an invitation to opt in or to participate, then more invitations to participate, and finally a reward. The end result is creation of a movement of people who play sports at night in a non-participatory sporting environment. Another tactic for we is to build like-minded communities, to bring people who are a little bit different but together online where they can be with like-minded mavericks. Dog lovers, for example. Pedigree, which is a US brand, its brand idea has always been about we're for dogs. It's about dog advocacy, the love of dogs. And take a look at what they did here. Using technology, they had an adopt a dog effort in a very distinct way that reinforces the brand idea but also encourages a behavior of adoption. I am suddenly feeling very naked and alone up here. Can we please go down one slide? And just so you know, this was my favorite example. So, and the adoption campaign, we're for underdogs, is the creative idea. Canine search engine, making dog searching simple and fun by matching a potential owner with the ideal dog based on face scanning technology, matching you with your look-alike dog. Can we please play? I'm begging you, please play. Can you please play this slide? There we go. And volume would be an extra bonus. Try playing again. There we go. Stop. Go. Nope. It's fine.
Welcome to Doppelganger. Your best friend's search starts here.
The brand belief for Pedigree is really to make the world a better place for dogs, and the adoption drive was born as a demonstration of that. The brief was help us come up with an idea to really get the buzz and excitement back around adoption drive, and they came back to us with Doppelganger.
The SPCA in
Doppelganger.
Auckland, and it's the same around the country, they desperately need homes for abandoned dogs, and we're quick to get on board with this Doppelganger phenomenon.
Studies have shown the happiest best friends often share similar features, personality traits, even body types. That's why the Pedigree Adoption Drive and NEC developed Doppelganger, human-to-canine pairing software.
NEC's technology is the world's best. This is pretty hardcore technology. It is used for anti-terrorism, border control, surveillance. Using it with the dogs was rather unusual. Once we actually tested it and could see that it actually worked, it was all go from there.
Simply upload your image and this state-of-the-art software will analyse your features and compare them with real dogs looking for adoption. When a match is found, your likeness will be rated and your photo sent to your dog. If you both decide you would like to meet, details will be exchanged and you can set up a time. By partnering with shelters in every major city, Doppelganger now hosts the largest database of homeless dogs in the country, giving homeless dogs everywhere the very best chance to set up that vital first meeting in the journey to finding a new home.
We've got to get people here. You have that spark between the animal and the person, And the hardest thing is actually getting people in here to try and see the animal. And once they do, they want to take it home. Any dog that gets rehomed is a lucky dog.
Things that makes doppelganger really powerful is that it's taking real dogs and real people and it's connecting them so that more dogs than ever before are getting adopted.
Behavioral change that reinforces the long-term relationship between consumer and brand. Canon, again, bringing photography passionate people together through
Our
photo
brief was
chains.
to promote the Canon EOS, a leading brand of DSLR cameras. We began with a simple insight that great photography is not about technology.
Reinforcing the
It's
brand
about
idea
inspiration.
of photography passion.
And so we created a new way for people to be inspired that would literally spread from one photographer to the next as a new creative experience that was inextricably linked with the brand. Introducing EOS photo chains. The idea is simple. A person takes a photo and selects a detail in it.
Takes a photo,
The detail then
selects
acts
a
as the
detail.
inspiration for a new photographer
Detail
to shoot.
inspires a new photographer.
As this process is repeated,
it
creates a chain of connected photos and
chain
photographers.
of connected photos.
To launch the idea, we started a photo chain, which we showcased in national advertising.
Hank!
Oh, mustache. This directed people to the photo chain's website, where they could upload photos to continue the chain we had started. Once online, people could also start their own photo chains or join those created by others. As the idea grew, we featured real photo chains and the photographers who had created them in our national advertising, constantly showcasing the live network of photo chains as a new way to engage with creative photography inspired by the brand. As the idea passed from person to person, Photo Chains was now growing as its own social media platform.
Photo
changing
Chains becomes
photography
its
from
own
something people
social
traditionally create
media
on their
platform
own into a new way to inspire and interact with others. As the Photo Chains network grew, the website became a personalized creative platform for each user, designed to
creative
track each
platform
person's
for
photos
each
and photographers
user.
they wanted to watch, connecting them to creative tutorials from pros
connecting
and
them
creative
to
products,
other creative tutorials
all designed
from
for people to
professionals.
inspire each other's creativity and
So
create further
inspiring
conversation with the brand.
creativity. Creative idea is photo chains, reinforcing the brand idea, inviting people to participate, with everybody engaging deeply 12 minutes on average on the website. Finally, the world, inspiring people to expand their horizons, broaden their worldview, and connect with lands outside, or to become Tactic One, a part of greatness. There is Adidas, until it went to a very confused brand idea of something called All In. It had a very clear brand idea of impossible is nothing. The power of the group working together to make the impossible possible. And what did they do? Well, I need to explain a little bit of background. There is a country far, far away. It's called New Zealand. And they play a game called rugby, a very dangerous game. And what this did is it used technology to bring the entire nation together next to the heart of people who are playing faraway matches in England. Adidas thread. Play. name through nanotechnology on the actual thread of the jersey of the players when they were competing abroad. Using nanotechnology, we print these names onto a single thread of the captain of the team. The entire nation is placed right next to the heart of the captain as he ventures abroad. We can also support dreams, global dreams, such as Pepsi's Refresh the World Challenge, which I won't get into right now. But to sum up, I hope that as we leverage technology to deepen engagement, we are not forgetting about the brand idea, the long-term relationship between consumer and brand, because technology enables us to deepen the participation and the engagement with that idea, with that long-term relationship. And we talked about a few key things today. First is never to forget about opinion leader advocacy or online leadership advocacy. Identify the right leaders, tap into their motivations, and be responsive to what's working and not working. But even more fundamentally, think of your consumers not as customers, but as people that you are having a relationship with. Provide advocacy by touching the heart and addressing a fundamental motivation. And in this presentation, we just addressed 3 levels of motivation: me, we, and the world, and each one has different ways of engagement. Me, offer fun utility, provide me a platform to shine. For we, connect people to their passion and build like-minded communities amongst like-minded mavericks, people who might be a little bit different in the real world, but online they can find people who are just like them. And regarding connecting to the world, be a part of greatness out there and support dreams that are global to make this planet a better place. So in a few minutes, I hope you have enjoyed some of these examples. Thank you very much, and enjoy the Dentsu party tonight.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tom Doctoroff. And now please keep staying as a stage to receive the express of appreciation. And now I would like to invite Mr. Chen Huan, Deputy Head of AdAsia, go to stage to present certificates of affiliation, souvenir and flower. Please. Và bây giờ chúng tôi xin trọng kính mời ông Trần Hoàn, Phó Ban tổ chức AdAsia. AdAsia sẽ lên sân khấu tặng hoa cho diễn giả Tom Doctoroff.
Thank you, Tom Doctoroff, so much for bringing us an excellent entertainment, informative presentation. And you make our Congress Day 1's release music memorable. Thank you again.
Thank you very much.
Again.
All right.
Yeah. 我是越南人，我觉得你的普通话真的好，真的厉害。
肯定你的普通话比我的好很多。谢谢，谢谢。
Please give a big applause to congratulate Mr. Tom Doctoroff. Thank you so much. Xin trọng cảm ơn ông Trần Hoàn. And now to thank for last full of engineer presentation. Could you please stand up, please? And clap your hand as I do, okay? Yes, clap. It's a right, it's a left. And hey, are you feel here? Yeah, thank you so much. Once again, thank you. We appreciate your time and supporting. We have a big day today. And thank you so much for our speaker today for sharing us a lot of useful information. And one more time, thank you and see you again in here tomorrow. And we would like to invite all of our distinguished guests to join our gala dinner Dentist Night taking place in National Convention Center at 7 p.m. Have a great time. Once again, thank you so much.